What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are once again back here with another new look rebuild as we are in the Western Conference once again. We only have like 4 of these left to do, but today we're going to be doing a new look Sacramento Kings rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Of course, we're on the road to 50,000 subs. You want to help us reach that goal? That would be absolutely amazing. But let's talk about what the Kings have done this offseason. Of course, the big addition this offseason was DeMar DeRozan. So DeMar DeRozan's probably going to be here for a couple years, maybe 3, and they're going to try to make something happen with DeMar DeRozan. I can't fault the Kings for trying. I don't know if this team is going to ever make it very far, but at least they're going to, at least they didn't just stay complacent this offseason, I'll say that. I feel like last offseason, they sticked with continuity. I disagreed with that wholeheartedly, and now they've decided to make a change. Now, is DeMar DeRozan the best player to, go win a championship? Maybe, maybe not. I guess we'll see what happens, but I think they'll be a fun team if nothing else. We take a look at the roster other than obviously DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis, and Fox. You got Keegan Murray, who's up to an 84. Malik Monk is developing. Keon Ellis is up, and then Trey Lyles is up as well. So of course they did draft Devin Carter as well in the draft, which could be a huge role player for them. I've heard great things about him. But as usual, we're going to jump into year number 1, and we're just going to simulate and see what happens. I don't think I'm going to stop at the deadline for this team. I guess it's possible I could. Maybe we use Kevin Huerter's contract and some other things to make something happen. So I guess there definitely is a possibility that Sacramento makes a move with Kevin Huerter's expiring contract. I could definitely see that happening. But we got to cut one player fairly quickly, so let's go ahead and do that. I guess it'll just be Mr. Jordan Ford. So unfortunately, Jordan Ford, you got to, take the cut. All right, so let's take a look at the rotation. Now, one thing that wouldn't surprise me at all is if this team sucked in 2K in year 1, if we were just horrendous. Like, I don't know. I could see the Kings being really bad. I could also see us being pretty decent. I guess we'll see what happens according to 2K's simulation. So Fox, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Sabonis with Keon Ellis, Kevin Huerter, Trey Lyles, and Jordan McLaughlin and Devin Carter as your rotation. So I guess we'll just go ahead and simulate it with things how they are. If we look at the proficiency, we are a 4-star balance, so can't be too mad at that. And then shot tendencies, just wanted to take a fairly quick look. Of course, Fox want it to be extremely high. DeMar DeRozan, and then we can maybe move Keegan Murray's just a little bit. So we'll do something like that. All right, let's simulate year number 1, and let's see what 2K thinks about the Sacramento Kings. Today's video is brought to you by 2 softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor. We're starting on Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer. So if you plan options such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other of those DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely awesome to have to finding good plays right in front of you without having to do any research whatsoever. So I'm trying to see if I can find a traditional stack because those are my favorite to play. So we have Mrs. Carrington over 4.5 rebounds. As you can see, there's actually a few books that have it at 5.5, and the 4.5 is heavily favored. And we found that play with the 2 seconds. You could also come down to Rafael Devers over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. As you can see, heavily favored for him to get a hit, run, RBI over 1.5. And we found those plays within 2 seconds, like I said, which is why I absolutely love Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer. Also love the OddsJam's positive EV tool. So this is kind of basically the same thing, other than they also have a fantasy optimizer, but this focuses on traditional sports books such as FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM. So if you take a look at this one on Colorado Rockies under 8 at -105, as you can see, Pinnacle has this at -115, FanDuel at -112. And if you take a look, I already actually placed this bet, and I got it at +105. So I've already beat the closing line value as long as it doesn't change the rest of the day. But yeah, as long as you're getting good closing line value, you can feel pretty good about being a profitable sports bettor over the long term. So if you want to go ahead and check out either tool, links down in the description below to give you a code, you can use my code for a discount off your first month. And of course, also I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, go sign up for PrizePicks. It's a great time to sign up for it. Football is right around the corner. Basketball will be here soon as well. They're going to have all kinds of promos throughout the season, and PrizePicks is the best way to enhance your viewing experience. So if you want to go ahead and check out PrizePicks as well, all 3 of these links are down in the description below. PrizePicks match your first deposit $1 for $1 up to $200. And of course, OddsJam and DGF, like I said, give you a percentage off your first month when you use my code. Other than that, let's get back to the video. So at the end of year number 1, the awards are usually the same, so you can just go ahead and skip right through that. But I decided not to stop at the deadline because we were actually pretty decent. As Sabonis makes it All-NBA third team. But yeah, we were like a borderline playoff team. We were like right in the mix, and then we just fell off a freaking cliff, man. really bad. Yeah, it was not great. So we have missed the playoffs altogether, which is not a great feeling if you're the Sacramento Kings after you went out and pursued DeMar DeRozan. Not like give up a ton to get him or anything, but De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray, Sabonis, Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter. This team did not get you into the playoffs like you wanted. So it's going to be an interesting, if Sacramento was faced with this, which is possible, what would they do with this information is definitely interesting. But let's go ahead and some of the playoffs and let's see who goes on to win the championship. We got to figure out how do we adapt from here, because yeah, we could run it back again, but I think we can all agree, and maybe there's some people out there that truly believe the Kings can go out there and win a championship with this core, but I don't think Sabonis, Fox, and DeRozan's it's not winning you a championship. It just isn't, man. I don't think it's going to. Like I said, I could be totally wrong. Maybe it does. Who knows? But if I was if I was a betting man, which I am, as you guys know, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be putting my money on the Sacramento Kings to win a championship anytime soon. So I kind of wonder if we're like just wasting our time by sitting here. I do believe we actually get to keep this pick from the Hawks though, which is nice. So I guess it's good we fell in the lottery, because I mean, actually adding a potential 2025 guy here could actually be insanely clutch. So I didn't realize we had that high of a draft pick. We're, projected top 5, but we can jump up into the top 4. That would be amazing. And we are going to drop to 6. So, I mean, 6 is still good in this draft class. We're still going to get a good player. I guess it just depends who we get in this draft. We could fire Mike Brown, but I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to see what the best direction is, to head towards. Like, do we trade one of these guys? Like, DeMar DeRozan probably isn't going to have a ton of trade value. Sabonis probably would have some, and Fox would probably have a lot. But do we want to split any of these guys up? That's the question we kind of have to face ourselves with, which is something I'm definitely considering right now. I'm not going to lie. But let's just see what we get in this draft class first before we, jump to anything. Unless we want to add another pick in this draft, which is definitely definitely interesting, because this 2025 draft class is amazing. So maybe we should do that. So if we take a look, I need to look at how the draft board fell. So is there any team that's looking to win now? So Atlanta has number 1. I won't trade up to number 1. I think that's a little too crazy. I think Atlanta should absolutely draft Cooper Flag and just, trade Trae Young probably. Chicago's got number 2. Rockets, they have the Suns pick. And as we know, the Rockets are trying to be good. So I wonder if they would have any interest in, I don't know. Would they want Sabonis? They have Şengün. I don't know if Sabonis really does much for them. And Sabonis ain't worth a top pick. Fox is interesting. I feel like Fox could get us number 3 in this draft. Do we want to do something like that, though, is the question. I'm not opposed to it. It'd be definitely crazy to trade Fox at the very start of this video. But I'm not opposed to it, because we could get somebody really good, plus getting someone at number 6, and we could really set ourselves up for the rest of the video. I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea of it, because I don't know if this core is ever going to head anywhere. We trade Fox to, Houston. They get the guy they're looking for to try to be better as a roster. Or even San Antonio, if they want a point guard next to Victor Wembanyama. Like, that's definitely an interesting thought as well. So I kind of like the idea of maybe trading Fox. It sounds crazy, and that might piss some people off, but I think if there was a way to, I don't know, we could also just keep Fox. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. I kind of want to do it, but I guess we'll see what the offers are first before I jump to anything crazy. So I am going to talk to the San Antonio Spurs about what they think for De'Aaron Fox. We begin the 5th overall pick in this draft class, plus Keldon Johnson and a future draft pick. This is kind of a lot to get for Fox, and I would actually love getting whatever we're going to get at number 5, because we're guaranteed to get probably like somebody very good in this draft. And we also have 6 as well, so we have back-to-back picks, and we pretty much set ourselves up for a different future. I just, at the end of the day, don't believe Fox, Sabonis, DeRozan is going to get it done ever. If we keep simulating with those 3 guys, all it's going to lead towards is mediocrity, and I want to change things up. So let's see what they say to that. They want Devin Carter. They'll give me... Now, I don't want to trade Devin Carter because we just got him, of course. But I don't want Zach Collins either. I'm not opposed to, expanding this trade. Like, I'm not opposed to that. But give me your 2020... Let's say it's 2029 instead. 2029 first-round pick. And then I'll give you Colby Jones or something like that. So what about that? So 5th, Keldon Johnson, and 2029 for, Fox and Colby Jones. Want a top 10 protected pick in 2027. I mean, obviously, if we're trading Fox and Sabonis and all that, I don't really have any interest in trading future draft picks. That's not going to happen either. Let's say we also slide them. I don't know. Maybe we can give them Keon. I kind of like Keon Ellis as a piece. Malik Monk could also probably fetch us something in the future. I mean, I could throw you a couple seconds. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, though. Maybe we can't get another first from them. Again, they just want another first-round pick. They're being greedy, bro. 5 Keldon Johnson in 2029. We trade our 2027 unprotected. I can't do it. I just can't get there. I mean, it would just be kind of goofy if we did that. Although I believe our 2026 pick, which I need to double check this fact. I need to fact check this real quick. If we're going to trade Fox, I got to make sure we get to keep our 2026 pick because I don't even know what the protections are on that. So it looks like we might have come up with a solution. So we're going to be trading Fox and Kevin Huerter over to the Spurs. We get Zach Collins as well in this trade. So I guess it's a nice little big coming back. We get Keldon, a future 2026 pick, and the 5th pick in this draft, which I think is going to be fantastic. Now, the reason why we're doing this is our pick is top 10 protected in 2026. So we're going to have a really good pick in the 2026 draft class as well. I just think this would be the best thing to do. Is just reset this bad boy. San Antonio gets their point guard. I know Stephon Castle could be that as well. But the fact we're going to have 5 and 6 in this draft and probably get to add someone really good there is probably the best way to go. So Cooper Flagg does not go 1. Nolan Troyori goes. Ace Bailey goes. So it would have been awesome. One of them fell to me. So we're going to start this draft with, of course, I mean, we got to take Dylan Harper. I mean, I would have taken Nolan Troyori, but he went already. So we got to take Dylan Harper. Now we can pick either VJ Edgecombe. We can take a big. We could take Noah. We could take Dink down here. But I think we take VJ Edgecombe. VJ Edgecombe and also, yeah, I like that. So we're going to start with VJ Edgecombe and Dylan Harper in this Kings video. I like it. I think that's a really solid start to rebuilding this squad and, you know, resetting things. And I think that's just the best way to go about things. So I'm going to be very happy with those 2 picks. They have the future of Sacramento along with Keegan Murray as well. Jalen Slauson, not worried about him. And then free agency, of course, we have Lyles McGee and Alex Lynn, which are 3 guys we're not too concerned about. So we brought back Zach Collins in the trade as well. Malik Monk is still someone we can trade, so we'll probably start VJ Edgecombe right away and, you know, trade Malik Monk. Devin Carter will probably get some backup point guard minutes. We'll have Keon Ellis and VJ Edgecombe is the 2 guard rotation. Keldon's going to start at that 3 probably, or we could even move VJ Edgecombe to small forward and start him there and start Keon Ellis, or, you know, move Keldon Johnson shooting guard, whatever we want to do. Keegan Murray's going to start at the power forward. We could keep Sabonis. Like, I'm not, like, you know, trying to get rid of him as soon as possible. I think Sabonis will still be fine on this roster. So I think at this point, I just want to trade Malik Monk away, and I also want to trade DeMar DeRozan. I'll take whatever I can get for DeMar DeRozan, but I'm going to see what I can get for Malik Monk. Hopefully a first-round pick in return. We actually have a few offers that include a first-round pick. So first one is being Atlanta offer me first-round pick and Bogdan, of course. Bogdan comes back to Sacramento would be fun. We can get Khalil Ware from Miami and a 2026 first-round pick. I don't think Miami should trade this much for Malik Monk. And then there's this one. We could send Malik Monk back to Charlotte. That's also kind of interesting. And I think I'm going to do this trade with the Hornets. We also could do one with the Magic where we get KCP in return, which is fine as well if we wanted to go ahead and go that direction. But like I said, I think I'm going to do the one with Charlotte because Grant Williams becomes a body at the power forward spot for us. And we get a first-round pick unprotected in 2027. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So Malik Monk is going back to Charlotte. Grant Williams is going to be our backup power forward now. That Collins Sabonis is our 5 rotation, and then we are going to now trade DeMar DeRozan. So never mind. I don't think we're trading DeMar DeRozan. There just wasn't a great trade that I like. So I think DeMar DeRozan is going to stay for a while, and so is Sabonis as well. So other than that, we pretty much have a 4 rotation for year number 2, which is going to make things fairly interesting. DeRozan should regress, which is going to probably start VJ Edgecombe immediately, I would imagine. So DeRozan's down to an 85. So we're going to start Edgecombe right away. This is going to be kind of a, you know, look towards a new rebuild. So Devin Carter and Keon Ellis are developing. Grant Williams also went up. Keegan Murray is up, which is great. So that's all fantastic. So we reset things. We're about to head towards a new direction here in Sacramento. There's no point of trying to convince ourselves that that core is going to win a championship. I know Sacramento is very complacent on just trying to be a competitive playoff team every year because, you know, they were in that playoff drought for so long. But at the end of the day, if you're not trying to win a championship, what are we actually doing? And that is what the game plan for me was. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rotation. So I'm obviously hoping that we're really bad this year as well. So they do want to start DeMar DeRozan, which I just am not going to start DeRozan. I'm simply going to start VJ Edgecombe because I simply do not care. I want VJ Edgecombe to play, and I want him to become the part of the future, which is what we're doing. And then other than that, shot tendencies, what is VJ Edgecombe? So Edgecombe's is a 92. We can shrink DeMar DeRozan's down because I don't care about him shooting that much anymore. Keldon Johnson, and then Dylan Harper's is a 99, which respectfully I like. And then we can go up to an 88 for VJ Edgecombe. So that all looks good. Let's go ahead. Like year number 2, and hopefully we are as bad as I think we're going to be, but maybe we end up being pretty good and surprise ourselves. So here we are at the end of year number 2. Luka Doncic, of course, won MVP again, which is why we just kind of skip through the awards because they're always usually the same. We do get VJ Edgecombe and Dylan Harper both making all rookie first team, which is great. as we ended up as a playoff team as a 6th seed in the Western Conference. So things went very good. So we were a lot better than we were last year. Now, this does look like it was kind of crappy Western Conference because we made the playoffs, you know, no play-in tournament at 39-43, which is, of course, under 500, which is something that just doesn't happen very often anymore. We had only 16 from Dylan Harper, 15 from Keegan Murray, 15 from VJ Edgecombe, 14 from Johnson, 13 from DeRozan, 12 from Sabonis, 11 for Devin Carter. So the scoring was kind of distributed. Of course, I would love to see these numbers go up with Edgecombe and Dylan Harper in the future. But hey, we made the playoffs, so can't be too mad. Now, I can't imagine we're going to come out here and beat the Timberwolves. But hey, you never know, I guess. Somebody current round, can we get a game on them? And we are going to get 3 on them. We actually forced them to 7 games. But I think DeMar DeRozan's contract, I'm pretty sure, let me double check. It should be non-guaranteed in the 3rd season if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to absolutely decline that. Yeah, so it's non-guaranteed. The Pacers, Mavericks, Pacers going to win the championship. So Pacers get it done. They were giving us problems in yesterday's video. But all right, let's get straight to the lottery. So draft lottery time. Let's see what we got going on here. So lottery time. We projected Atlanta's pick, which is pretty awesome. I love that for us. And then Hawks via San Antonio. So that actually, I think, was from the Fox trade. So we could potentially get ourselves a really high pick here, which is fantastic. And it's going to be number, what? Where did it go? Did it fall? Or did it go back? Or no, it went back, it looks like. Or no, we got 11. So, wait, that doesn't make any sense because we should have the higher pick, shouldn't we? Because we got, yeah, because if that's the Spurs pick, we should have 6 because the Hawks, of course, got the better end of that deal. Or, sorry, the Spurs got the higher draft pick because they're the ones that traded DeJounte Murray. Doesn't make any sense. We actually get pick 6. I don't know why 2K has that wrong, unless if I'm bugging, but I don't think I am, right? Because, like, if the Hawks and Spurs are swapping picks, clearly the, Spurs are getting the better end of the deal because they traded DeJounte Murray. So just making sure, because Chicago and then San Antonio doesn't look like they have their own pick. It looks like we have their pick via San Antonio, which makes no sense. So we do get the 6th pick in this draft, which I think is obviously really important for us because we could use more talent on this team. So we are going to absolutely take that 6th pick back. It should be ours. And then we're going to, who we get with the 6th pick? Now we find out who falls to us in this draft. So Harrington goes 1. Koa Pete's going 2. Number 3 is going to be Boozer. I was like, there's no shot Boozer falls to us. AJ would have been cool as well, but Isaiah goes. All right, so 6. We have Peterson. We have Quaidance. We have Derek Queen, which I think Derek Queen would be a really good pick here because we kind of need a center of the future regardless. So I think this guy would probably be great. Jaden would be fine as well. Darius would be great, but I think we go Darius here. So we're going to go Darius out of Maryland. Welcome into Sacramento. We have a late 2nd round or middle of the round, middle of the pack 2nd round pick. We just take Sammy Calderon and call it a draft. So just like that, we walk away with Derek Queen in this draft. Peterson would have been really good as well, so maybe we could have taken him. Maybe that would have been the better pick, but all good. So we got Derek Queen. We got Sammy Calderon. Pretty happy about that. DeRozan, we are going to decline, like I mentioned. We're going to let him go. I don't think he has a ton of trade value, so we're just going to, decline that option and make sure he does not come back and he's not on our books anymore. All right, Keegan Murray's a free agent. Hopefully not ask for too much money, $32 million. DeRozan still asked for $39 million. Obviously, we can't give that to him. So Keon Ellis, ooh, we have cap space. Whoa, that's kind of fun. Okay, well, of course, because Keegan Murray. Well, we're going to have to pay Keegan Murray, so he's going to take a lot of that cap space up. So Keegan Murray, yeah, we're probably going to give him a, probably big contract. I do want to bring back Keon Ellis as well. And I think I'm fine with letting Zach Collins go because we're going to have Derek Queen, who I think could play right away. So bonus, I'm still figuring out what I want to do with him. Do we want to trade him? Is there anybody in free agency we want to sign? We can sign De'Aaron Sharp and unrestricted free agency and just start Derek Queen and trade Sabonis right now, but we might get a center. I don't know. I think I should definitely look at the options for Sabonis and see what's out there, and maybe we could do something with him because if we trade him, that's probably the best way to go about things, but we'll see if anything makes sense. Yeah, at the end of the day, there just isn't anything to me that makes sense to trade Sabonis right now. We might as well just keep him and let him mentor Derek Queen for the season. Derek Queen will get some minutes, and then maybe we could talk about trading him in the next offseason if something is to, occur if we wanted to go that route. So small forward, we could sign a free agency. We could go with someone, sign like a Bryce Sensabaugh if we wanted to, get a high upside small forward, which I don't mind. So we're going to go ahead and give Bryce Sensabaugh a team option. It looks like Utah did not extend his qualifying offer, so we can get him an unrestricted free agency, which is kind of nice. And now we go to player progression. So Sensabaugh is coming to Sacramento from Utah, and now we can take a look at how these guys develop. So as expected, Dylan Harper and VJ Edgecombe 84 and 84 respectively. So we turned Fox into 284 so far, but they're only going to continue to develop, which is nice. Sabonis is regressing. Keegan Murray Stayed the same. Grant Williams is up. Devin Carter is up. And then Bryce Sensabaugh, who we just signed, is up as well. All right. Well, we made the playoffs last year. We took the third seed to 7 games, which was kind of fun, which was Minnesota. And now we're about to go into year 3, and we're going to find out what we're truly capable of. So I'm excited to find out. I think that there's a chance we are a playoff team again, but I don't think we're a contender yet. Like, we're not there. Proficiency is 3.5 under Mike Brown. And now DeRozan's gone, so it'll be interesting to see how the roster does without him. I think we can just run a... no, I want to run a team rotation. That way, Sensabaugh and Derek Queen are both getting minutes. So, yeah. Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, Keegan Murray, Sabonis, Keldon Johnson. This is a pretty solid starting 5. I like it. So, we're going to go ahead, simulate this season, and we're going to hope that we're a fun team once again with a huge step up from VJ and also Harper. So at the end of year 3, Shea gets the MVP award, and here are your rest of the awards. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So we ended up as the second team in the West. As you can see, this team is already really good and is gelling fairly well. So yeah, 17 from Edgecombe, 17 from Harper, 16 from Devin Carter, and then 15 from Keegan Murray, 14 from Sabonis with 10 and 7, and 13 from Keldon Johnson. So again, the scoring is very distributed, but at the end of the day, the team is succeeding, and that's all that truly matters. So we're going to an Ironman rotation for these playoffs, and we're going to see how we pan out in these playoffs as we're the second seed. So we get to go up against a Denver team that, of course, has championship experience. So this is an early task to see how good we truly are. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to turn around against Denver, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay. Once they won game 1, I got a little nervous, but we end up coming back and beating them. San Antonio with Fox doesn't even make it in here, I guess. Did they not keep him? Oh, wow. They didn't even keep him. Bro, sometimes, man. Oh, they got Durant instead. Very funny. Okay. Well, we get Houston. So Houston at this point has Fred VanVleet, Amon, Whitmore, Jabari, Şengün, Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Nolan Traore, Capella, and Dylan Brooks. And do they still have Reacher? Yes, they do. Trey Johnson. Okay. Well, let's find out how we do against this Houston squad. Somebody current round against the Houston Rockets, and we got an even series on our hands. Let's go Simcast to game 5 and see if we can win in front of these Sacramento fans to get ourselves in the conference finals. In year 3, that'd be pretty crazy. After trading De'Aaron Fox away, we were already in the conference finals. That'd be kind of nice. So 26, 25, and 23. My plan wasn't to keep Sabonis initially, but it's kind of a really good fit on this roster. I know defensively he's not the best center in the world, but I like his passing with this roster. So let's see if we can win this game 6, which we're not. Oh, wait a minute. It looked like we were about to come back there in the end, but it didn't happen. Okay. So game 7 in Sacramento. We just won here in game 5. So let's see if we can win game 7. Odds are our number, hopefully. And we got the lead right now, but it looks like, Houston's right on our ankles. But we do beat them, and we are advancing to the conference finals just like that since the first time since like the early 2000s, man. So we get Dallas instead of OKC, which is fun. So OKC has Luka, Kyrie. Dallas has Luka, Kyrie, Melvin Ajinça starting. Okay. So their forwards are a little cooked, not going to lie. But they have, some guys off the bench that they could be excited about. I think it's possible we could beat them, but I don't know. Game 1, 1-0, beat them pretty good by 34. Game 2, beat them by 20. Game 3, just beat them badly there again. And we just swept the Mavericks. We're in the NBA Finals. I won't lie to you. Like, I thought trading Fox was the right move and getting rid of DeRozan and Fox, and I thought Sabonis would, getting rid of him too. I had no idea it'd be this good this soon. But we're in the finals. I don't know if we get the championship in year 3, but that'd be kind of fun if we did. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to them. I don't think it's going to happen for us, unfortunately. So we got this far just to get swept. But the fact we made it to the finals this early is already a great sign, in my opinion. So, this roster probably has to stick together, right? I don't think there's, anything we should do. I don't think it would make sense to change anything based off how things are going right now. And VJ Edgecombe and Dylan Harper are only going to get freaking better. So that's, exciting. All right. So we don't have a pick in this draft or anything like that. So I do believe our pick is headed somewhere else. If we're not, I guess we have 28 in this draft. Okay. The staff signing, we got Mike Brown. I think we got to keep him around as long as he didn't retire, which he didn't. So we're going to bring him back because the team is damn good under him. And then we just need a good assistant. So I'll go with the Toronto Raptors former head coach. We'll grab him. And then we could just grab a wing whisperer and we can be on our way. So we are about to go into year number 4 after almost winning a championship in year 3. It feels like year number 4 is always my year. That's usually when I get the championship. Will it be that way today? We shall see. So we have 21 and 28. I don't know. is there anything we want to do 21 and 28? Like, I mean, Sabonis, like I said, I like his fit, but we could see what pops up for Sabonis. We can get Porzingis and Peyton Pritchard, which I find pretty interesting. Porzingis would be fun, but Jaren Jackson, Trae Young, Markkanen, I don't know. Jamal Murray, Miles Turner, Murray, Vassell, Cat, Ayton. I don't think so, man. I think we might just stick with Sabonis for at least one more year. So we're gonna see what we can get at 21 and 28. The 21, we get Jackson Richardson, who I guess we can draft. So he's an All-NBA guy to Georgia Tech. And then at 28, we got Brandon or Jaden Hodge. I'll grab Jaden Hodge, I guess. I don't know anything about these two dudes, but welcome anyway. So both 71, 74 respectfully. Sensabaugh, we're going to accept. We're going to bring him back. And then qualifying offers, nothing going on there. Okay. Free agency. Keldon Johnson's free agent, and so is Grant Williams. Does that open up some cap space for us? We probably should have some cap space in theory. Yeah, we have a little bit, or no, we don't. Not that much. It's not a crazy amount. I thought we'd have a little bit more than that, but no, not at all. Okay, so, I mean, do we want to go for anybody different, you know, opposed to the two guys we could just bring back? Like Keldon, I wouldn't mind moving on from Keldon Johnson just because I feel like we don't need him as much. I don't know. Do we want to just bring him back? Just keep the roster the same just based off how close we got last year? Is that like the best way to do things? Ben Shepherd is interesting as well. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to pay Keldon Johnson $23 million. Grant Williams, kind of the same thing. But at the same time, the team did damn good last year. I think we just keep things the same. I might regret this, but I'm going to give them both 2-year deals. And if I feel like we need to move on, maybe we can just trade both of them together for like a different guy next offseason or something. So I'm going to see what running it back would do for us. That's kind of where I'm at. So let's see what that would do. I like the roster a lot. We got to the finals last year, and we got swept, unfortunately. But with Harper and Edgecombe, I assume only going up from here, and maybe even Keegan Murray gets a little bit of an upgrade as well. So we got, yeah, both of them 88 and 89 respectfully. Both 4 overall and 5 overall. That is a huge difference, and Derek Queen also developing should help. So yeah, we're going to go into year 4 with the same rotation, same thing, because we made it to the finals with this team. We'll see if, you know, that leads to us back to the finals or that was just a fluky year. That will be interesting to find out, but I'm going to experiment with it and see if that, you know, ends up affecting us. We'll run the 10-minute rotation once again, keep things the way they are, and we shall see what happens with what our roster is looking like. At the end of year 4, MVP goes to Halliburton, and here are the rest of the awards. As we went 61 and 21, and we get Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year, which is fantastic. Do we get an All-NBA first team? Nope, not yet. Here's your All-NBA defensive teams and All-Rookie teams. So we end up as the first team in the Western Conference, which is why we were confident in just running this bad boy back. So Edgecombe led the way with 21 and 9, 18 and 8 from Harper, 16 from Carter, 14 from Murray, 14 from Johnson, and 13 for Sabonis. So yeah, I decided to keep things the way they were. Or we're just going to simply see what happens if we get back to the finals or not. So we get Houston in round 1. Why do I feel like we're about to get upset in round 1 here after I just ran it back? And could I be wrong? Yes, I am. W. Okay. Now we get Memphis in round 2. Why do I feel like I'm about to get upset here? Somebody current round. And maybe it's going to work every time. Every time I say that. I don't know. I'm just kidding. How we get the Thunder. So we didn't play them last year. And of course, you know, they're usually tough to beat. So we're going to go game by game on this one respectfully. So game 1 goes to Oklahoma City. Game 2, okay, so this is where it ends, right? Unless we even it up, which we don't. We win game 3, but we lose game 4. So we got to come back from 3-1 against a Thunder squad that, of course, always gives us issues. So let's see if we can, well, it looks like we're going to win this one at least, game 5, which is nice. So maybe we can force a game 7 and things become interesting. So game 6 in Oklahoma City, if we can blow them out again like that, that'd be amazing. I don't know if we'll get that lucky, but I mean, it's there possibly if we don't blow this lead, but it's going to be a close game, of course, at the end. Why would it not be? So, are we about to lose? Yeah. Okay. So we lose in the conference finals this time to the Thunder. So this time the Thunder do not let us get past. Okay. So we are officially in the final season. So final season, we ran it back 61 and 21. Don't regret that at all because it worked out. We were pretty good. Unfortunately, did not lead to the result we wanted. Not back to the finals. We made it to the conference finals, which is great. But Oklahoma City is just a different animal, usually, as you guys all know. So we're about to go in this final season. So we're going to sign player options. We got Don Harper, VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen. We're going to accept all of those. Devin Carter and Sammy are free agents. So I think Sabonis is a free agent as well, if I'm not mistaken. So Sabonis is a free agent. We could bring him back, which would make sense. Unless if there's another guy we could go get, that'd be better. Kessler. Lively's unrestricted, and we do have the money for Derek Lively. I kind of like the idea of going after Derek Lively. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to go after Derek Lively. I don't know if this is going to make us renounce. I know it'll make us renounce a bonus, but hopefully it doesn't make us renounce Carter. So we do have to renounce Carter in order to do this. Can we renounce? Nope. No way we can do it. I want Derek Lively. So if I have to renounce Devin Carter to do it, so be it. So Derek Lively, welcome. Can I still find a way to sign Devin Carter back? I think we could almost get there. I can't imagine he wants that much money, right? So let's see. So he was at point guard. He's been pretty good for us. So Devin Carter, he wants 19 million. Ooh, never mind. I guess I may have played myself. Although we can offer, like, why can we offer Mitchell more money? We can't offer Devin Carter that much money. That's kind of weird. Whatever. So we're going to lose Devin Carter, but that's all to get Derek Lively on this team, which I like him a lot. Keegan Murray, Grant Williams, VJ Edgecombe, Richardson, who could probably play this year for us. And then we need a backup point guard. Or we could trade for, you know, I don't know. Do we want to do anything? Grant Williams. I mean, the team's been doing good with this roster, how it is. We got rid of Sabonis. That'll be interesting to see if that, you know, screws us over, if that was a big mistake or whatever. So, you know, weirdly enough, I was about to say, I kind of like the idea of signing Ben Simmons just because we bring Davion Mitchell back, but Ben Simmons is usually, you know, defensive, big guy, although he kind of sucks in real life, as we know. Could also go for Juan Nunez, who, you know, might progress behind. You know what? Let's do it. So Juan Nunez, and maybe we could get Sensabaugh back as well. I doubt it, but we're going to sign Juan Nunez, and we're going to see what that leads to. So Juan Nunez is back. Or not back, sorry, new here. Small forwards now we can sign. We have Christian Brown, Josh Green, Grayson Allen, Neesmith, or Derek Jones Jr. Give me Aaron Neesmith. So we're going to sign Aaron Neesmith, and that will be our... Wow, it still says I can sign Sabonis back as well, which is just bizarre. I mean, yeah, we could do it, but I'm not going to. So that's just not actually exactly what you could do. That would be cheating, basically. So that's just 2K glitching. So player progression. Derek Lively, 86. Derek Queen, 83. Edgecombe, Harper's up to 93. So and Derek Queen going up, you know, we don't need some bonus. We got a Derek Queen developing in the background. So we'll see, man. We're going into year number 5. This is our final chance to get the championship. We've been really good so far, and I'm fully expecting to be, you know, right in the upper echelon of the Western Conference once again. So it is time for our final playoff run. 63-19 on the season. Can't be too mad about that. We also got Dylan Harper making an All-NBA first team in this final season with 29-11. So absolutely beautiful stuff. He stepped up big time. First team in the Western Conference. Here are your player stats. You had 29 from Harper, 26 from VJ Edgecombe, both up to a 93 and a 90 respectfully. I know some people may have clicked off the video because that's just how people are, you know, when I traded, you know, these, you know, Fox for these two guys. But at the end of the day, I would absolutely do that 9 times out of 10 every single day. So hopefully this ends up working out and paying off for a championship. So New Orleans in round 1, they get Darren Peterson, who we could have drafted earlier. We didn't draft him. They don't have Zion anymore. Instead, they have Jarris Walker and Kessler. So hopefully we don't lose to New Orleans in round 1, and we are going to beat them in 4. And now we draw Minnesota, who has Edwards, Richardson, McDaniels, Cat. They did beat us earlier. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we get past them, and I want some revenge against the Thunder, and we're down 3-2. Now, we won't get to play the Thunder if we beat Minnesota, but, you know, we'll see if we can come back from this 3-2 deficit that we find ourselves in. If we can win this one, we go to Sacramento for a Game 7, but it looks like we might go home here, man. So, damn. Ah, wow. I thought this would be the year to go on and win it all, but it's not that. So, we don't get a championship in this video with the Kings, unfortunately, today. Knicks go on and win it all. Minnesota beats us in round 2. I literally thought we were going to come back there. I had so much confidence, man, but I was wrong. Well, at the end of the day, I still love the team we threw together. I feel like we gave ourselves a legitimate chance to win a championship. I feel like if I would have just simulated year after year with Sabonis, Fox, I don't think it would have led to anything, especially in 2K. I don't really ever see them having much success. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. Sucks we didn't get it done at the end of the day. We got to the finals once. Unfortunately, fell short there. But it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.